Hi, my name is Ashritha.
And my name is Jennifer.
Welcome to our show, the Mountain Lions Sportscast on Laveau's News, Anza College.
This is our very first episode, and I'm so excited to talk about your experience as an athlete at Anza College.
I'm here with...
My name is Nathaly.
I'm Angela.
I'm Corinne.
And if you could please say your major and age as well.
I'm a bio major and I'm 18.
I'm a bio major and I'm 25.
I'm also a bio major and I'm 21.
Thank you so much. Today's topic is about the overall day in the life of a track athlete and how track athletes prepare for upcoming competitions.
I wanted to start off with a round of applause for winning the 2025 30C2A NorCal Championship on Friday, November 7th.
Thank you.
Applause.
Okay.
That's a big win.
Can you tell me how it felt winning it, like the winning regionals the first time since 2012?
2012? I think it was pretty cool. When I was in high school, I didn't really win stuff, so it was a really nice feeling to actually win as a team. Yeah.
I'll just add a little anecdote. I remember at the end of the race, our coach, like 800 meters to go, he was yelling at me like, "We're tied," and he had said that at the last race, and I was like, maybe he's just saying this to motivate me to catch some girls. We can't actually be tied again. But then he kept yelling it. I'm like, oh, maybe this is true, and I ended up catching them, and I remember thinking I know how hard everyone else on the team was running, so if I don't catch them, even though everyone else had caught the girls, I would feel very sad. So I'm glad he told me he wasn't lying. We were tied. So lesson learned, believe your coach.
Yeah, no, I think it was the same thing for me because where I was also somewhere where I was right with someone on the other team that we were really competing with, and it's just really motivating knowing that you're not just running for yourself, you're running for your team. So sometimes you want to give up, but just knowing that if you stay in it and you beat that person, you're helping your team out. And it was really just surreal finding out that we won. Sorry.
Yeah.
Was it overall a good team effort?
I think it was. We all had massive PRs. I had 50. I'm pretty sure Angela had 20, 30. Yeah, we all PR'd.
Yeah.
So it was a really good team effort. And it was actually really close. I think we were 5 points.
Yeah, it was 62 to 58 or something.
Yeah, so I think we all performed well as a team.
Yeah. I'll just add, at the previous race, at the start, I remember our coach was a little upset in the positioning of Nathaly, me, and Erica, and he kept telling us to catch this pack that was right in front of us. So we learned from that race, and so this race, it was really great to hear at the 1 mile mark, great execution, you're right where you need to be, because that's not what we were hearing at the previous race.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay. Can you walk me through a typical day of how you prepare before a competition?
I had a pre-race routine.
Pre-race, I feel like I try not to really think about it because I feel like if I think about it a lot, I stress myself out and I get really nervous. And I just try to stay away from certain foods that I know will upset my stomach for the day after. But besides that, I think the main thing is I just don't really pay all attention to the race.
I agree. Sometimes there's a little bit of dread if I'm not really addressing the race. As I know some pain is coming, and I kind of dread that. But I feel an intentional way to focus. I like to visualize running the race in my head beforehand. I feel that helps me in the race because in a way I've already done it. So that's part of the pre-race routine. Also eating smartly so my stomach doesn't hurt the next day is important.
Yeah, I think it's really just about not getting too in your head and just remembering that this really isn't that serious when it comes down to it. Sometimes it feels almost life or death. You're I want to do really well, but really we do this because it's fun and because we love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it.
Was winning gold a testimony to your efforts of preparation and improving running times?
I would say yes. We've been really PRing every race the girls have been in. Like in previous teams I've been on, I've never seen this level like of improvement, like week by week. Like for myself or my teammates, I feel like our coach has us on like for my opinion, a very smart training plan. There were like very minimal injuries, and I think different from previous seasons for myself, I didn't feel overtrained. So when the race came, I had like fresh legs and I was ready to go. And so I think there's been like really smart training and timing of workouts and workload.
Yeah, I think like even early on in the season, like we could feel that we were going to improve a lot. And like going into NorCal, I think we were ranked like 4th or 5th as a team.
Mm-hmm.
But we knew that we were capable of more, and we ended up coming out in first, which was awesome. So
I think yes, because as she mentioned, I didn't think about that, but I didn't feel overworked towards the end of the season. And then as you also, Angela mentioned that we had massive PRs, so I feel like our efforts were worth it. And then honestly, compared to the other girls, I feel like we're still going really strong right now.
Both Ashritha and I have played like competitive sports in the past. I used to play competitive basketball in middle school.
And I used to swim competitively in high school.
So I was wondering, did you guys participate in competitive sports before college? And did that include running?
Before I started running in high school, but before I was playing soccer for 12 years. But I wasn't competitive. I don't know, but
Did you do games? Then
yeah,
yes.
we did games.
Yeah. Yeah, I just ran in high school.
yeah, I also ran on and off in middle school and high school.
So what motivated you to join the cross-country program here at Anza, and what got you to stay committed to it?
So I started running in high school, and I really liked how I was improving, and then I kind of hit a slump, and then my cousin had ran here before, and I was hearing like all these good things about the program, so I thought I was going to give it a shot and see if I like still liked running. And I think that was like my main motivation. And when I was like running and I saw my coach actually supporting me and like improving my times, I feel like that just made me truly commit. And especially the culture with the girls, like I feel like my old team, I was only close with 2 people, but like since we're a smaller team, it feels like more intimate and more like a tighter relationship with everyone else.
Yeah, I hope my coach doesn't hear this, but what originally got me to sign up was the priority registration. I'm like not a traditional student. I'm like coming back to school for second time, and so I really wanted to get my classes in time so I could like go on to a different career. So like for me, like the timing was the reason that I originally went for it. And then the reason I stuck around was what Nathaly said, like the team is so wonderful. I've like so enjoyed having training partners, and the coach is wonderful, and I'm like running PRs, and I did not expect the season to go as well as it had, so I'm excited for track as well.
Yeah, I ended up getting back into running after taking a couple years off. I didn't really run my junior or senior year, and then my first year of college, I didn't run at all, and I just kept feeling like part of me was missing. And I was at another college, and they didn't have a team, so I reached out, and I decided to start running here, and I think just having like a sense of community and like not just, you know, going to classes and going home and not talking to anyone, it's really nice.
Are there is there like a favorite moment that, or the most memorable moment, going out to meets or going out outside of practice as a team?
I think low-key my favorite moments are the bus rides, especially on the way back, because surprisingly after meets people are usually tired or like they don't have the energy to talk, but I feel like that's where our energy's at the most. And I think it's just so fun like talking with like both the guys and the girl team. We're just like talking about whatever, just playing games, and I think that's just like so comforting and so nice.
I love our group chat. One of our teammates, Erica, like makes her own images that she sends in the group chat, so I really enjoy seeing those.
Yeah, no, I think I disagree with what they both said.
Okay. How have you as an individual and your teammates grown since the first track meet of this year?
Like, as a person or like?
As like a person or as an athlete?
I think we have. I remember in the beginning, I wasn't really close with anyone except Erica and her friend Sienna. And I just kind of felt like I was tagged along, and I just like, I feel like I've grown as a person, become more social, and then I feel like the other people with me have grown a lot too.
I hadn't raced a long time until like this year, so I remember the first race that we did in SoCal. It was for me very rough because I just didn't remember like how to go about it. So I think I've gotten a lot better at like just racing and like knowing how to pace and like what to expect and how to deal with the pain.
I think I've gotten a lot better about being consistent. Last year I would kind of just show up when I felt like it, which wasn't a lot. And I kind of got to a place where I was like, why am I not doing better? But this year I've been a lot more intentional about showing up every day and trying to put in the work.
So how do you balance academic coursework with your practice schedules?
Honestly, I don't know how I do it, but it's getting done. I just know that in the beginning, I put morning classes because I can't focus after practice because I'm like really tired, but it's getting done somehow, and surprisingly my grades are pretty good, so there's not really like a schedule for me.
I've always found that I do better with managing my time when I have more on my schedule, so I think I waste less time when I have less time to waste, so it helps to have practice to structure my day.
It's definitely hard. I think right now I'm not doing as well as I have in the past. But I think like the trade-off, you know, is worth it. Like, so yeah.
Okay, so this season there's a new coach, Mr. Andy Ponce de Leon. What's changed about the program since then, and how do you think that's maybe helped you guys improve as a team or at your meets?
Well, I'm gonna give this one Corinne because it's our first year.
Oh yeah. So I think last year it didn't feel as stable because we had one coach at the beginning of our cross country season and he left, and then we had another coach come in, and then we also had an assistant coach during track who also left. So we went through like 3 coaches, and just having a lot more stability and having someone who's there for us is really nice. Not that the other coaches weren't, but just having someone who's consistent throughout the whole thing is really nice. And I think he really cares about our program and like not just us, but like the longevity of it and future seasons. And it's just really cool to see that.
I wasn't here last year, but I'll just add one note. I remember asking him after our like NorCal win, I'm like how do you think our season's going? Like referring to like both the girls and the guys teams. And I thought he was going to say something like, oh, it's like so great, like for my first year as a coach, like wonderful. But the first thing he said was like, oh, I wish the guys made it to state. And I feel like that just shows like he has such high expectations for this team, which is fair because he also works so hard to like meet those expectations. So I'm really impressed with how hard he works for us. He also got Nathaly and I some really sweet running shoes for racing. Hopefully the rest of the team will get some. So I feel like he pulls a lot of strings to help us succeed as a team.
It's not really about the coach from last year, but I know from my high school team, I didn't really have a coach. It was just like a teacher. So then experiencing how an actual coach is to have some support you is like really nice. So yeah.
It is really nice how like certain leaders, they can actually push you to continue to improve. There's some leaders that I've experienced that only focus on the flaws, only focus on mistakes, and also like just they like or tell you that like low expectations. They have low expectations for you because you're not doing well. But it's nice that he is focusing on improvement, encouraging you as well. What is something about your teammates or coaches that helped your improvement this year?
I think for my teammates, I think especially Angela, I didn't really have someone to run with, and then having Angela come along was so helpful because it makes the workouts and the runs so much better. And then she's kind of like a gauge point for me, so like I know where we're supposed to be at, and it helps me like maintain where I am in the race. Wait, what was the coach part? Sorry.
Oh yeah. What is something about your teammates or coaches that helped you improve this year?
Oh, and also with my coach, I think what I really like is like in workouts, like sometimes not everything's perfect, so we had bad workouts. Instead of saying like him being disappointed that we don't hit times, he like makes us see the positive in it, and I feel like in the long run it's really well, especially for our mental health, because like it can be kind of draining to like have high expectations and not expect to go low, but he helps us like know that it's normal and it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah, I'll say training with Nathaly has been very, very helpful in improving. I think we're the only duo that can really our times are similar enough that we can like train together, have similar splits during workouts. So I feel very lucky to have a training partner. I think that's very helpful. And then during races, like, it helps me gauge like where I'm at. And also Nathaly's like crushing it, getting PRs every week, so it's like really cool to see her excel.
Yeah, I think having a coach like Nathaly said who really focuses on the positives is really nice, because I know especially in like running, it's very easy for coaches just to be very negative and wonder why you're not racing as well and why you're not improving, and just be really hard. And that's part of the reason why I didn't run for a long time, and just having someone who's very supportive and can be like, maybe you had an off day, but that doesn't mean your season is over. You know, there's still time to improve. It's really nice.
What's one piece of advice you would give your like past selves at the beginning of the track at the cross country season? So basically, what piece of advice would you give yourselves at the beginning of the season, like from now?
I feel like not to be so hard on myself. I feel like beginning the season, I would just constantly compare myself to my old times. And then I feel like, I mean, it didn't really affect my performance, but for like mentally, it kind of like messed me up a little bit. So I feel like I would just tell myself to have fun and just enjoy the race.
I would tell myself to like trust my coach a little bit more when it came to racing strategy. Like, I always have a tendency to go out slow and comfortable to like save myself for the end. But I didn't do that at the last race, and it worked out quite well. So I wish I had started implementing that a little bit sooner into the races.
At the beginning of the season, I was really frustrated because I took a really long break over the summer, and I wasn't where I was in track, and I was feeling really frustrated because I was having to basically start all over again, and I was, feeling like maybe it wasn't going to work out and my season was just over. But I wish I just wasn't so hard on myself, and I knew that in the end it was all going to work out.
So we definitely need more people to apply for our next Journalism 61A for our next course. So as a public service announcement, join the student publication staff at Anza College. The paper is called La Voz, and it's Spanish for The Voice. Students learn how to use their First Amendment rights to create and publish La Voz news, social media, and videos. The Journalism 61 course is open to all students. Be an award-winning journalist, and see you next quarter.
Well, that does it. This has been Ashritha
And Jennifer.
Until the next episode, tune in on the Lavos news website at lavosdianza.com.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Cool, nice questions, you guys.
Thank you. You all have been like wonderful guests.